Hey everybody, Gary here with Rock Solid Productions, and in my hands this is the RetroTINK 5X, and we have talked about this amazing piece of technology quite a bit because it's quite literally a game changer. It makes your retro video games hooked up to a modern flat panel TV look simply spectacular. It does so with component video, composite video, S-video, and of course RGB SCART. A few criticisms that I had about this. First of all, it's not cheap. Second of all, I think the SCART cable comes out going the wrong direction. Should go towards the back, towards these guys here, not towards the front. Plus, it does come with a handy remote control, but nowhere to store it. Well, that's where Todd from RetroFrog comes into play here, and he recently announced on Twitter that he was working on a design for a stand for the RetroTINK 5X to not only go ahead and hold the system vertically versus horizontally, but also have a cable kind of hold down for the SCART cable and go ahead and store your remote control. So what we're going to do today, we're going to unbox the RetroFrog.net stand for the RetroTINK 5X. We're going to kind of see how it all comes together and see if it's something that you should add for 12 bucks, 16 bucks, something like that, under $20. How about that? It's under $20. You can take my word on that. But we're going to check and see how this works with this. Let's hit the bench. So here we have our box from RetroFrog. As you can see, I've actually already cut it open. I've looked at this and it looks really, really cool. I'm thinking Todd did an amazing job on this. Just want to go ahead to give him a shout out. If you're not familiar with RetroFrog.net, go ahead and check it out. He does a lot of like custom 3D printer work and other really cool designs. Like for the GameCube, I know he's got a fan mount on there. He's got cases for misters. He's got cases for the OSSC, which is pretty cool. So this is the stand itself, and we do have our RetroTINK 5X back here just to kind of, we'll mock everything up and put it in there. So the stand itself is 3D printed, and if you look closely you can kind of sort of almost see the layers as it printed out and everything. Now this is for the hook and loop to hold down your SCART cable. The RetroTINK 5X obviously goes in this portion here. That's to hold your remote control. Very smooth flat base, but if you do want to add a little bit more traction, he does include some feet, which we'll put on in a little bit. So setup looks to be super simple here. You just set the RetroTINK 5X in there. I mean, it's not a snap-in fit or anything like that, and the fitment isn't so tight that you couldn't knock it over, but I mean that's pretty good. I'm okay with that. You still have access to your front buttons, so there's no issues there at all. You do have kind of a notch for the power cable to go in there. Not sure it needed to be quite that deep, but I mean it's nice to have it while it's in there and everything. And then on this side you do also have that convenient storage for the remote control. And what I like about it, if you look, the remote at no point is touching the side of the RetroTINK 5X, so that is really nice there too. Pretty well thought out design. And I do have my new cable here for my RetroTINK 5X that will be going to my SCART switcher that is en route. No thanks to otakugames.com. I highly do not recommend them as they misrepresent their processing time, and then when you ask them about it they cancel your order. So we're going to put our SCART cable up front. And I don't know why Mike did this with all the other cables that exit towards the rear, but he decided to do the SCART input on the front. And then what you can do is loop it around here, and here is where the hook and loop comes into play. So go ahead and slide that on here. Now one thing I would like to see in the future, and I understand black on black, okay fine, I'd like to see different colors. And what's nice is it's not gripping the cable so tight that you can't still, like you saw me there, I pulled a little bit more out so I'm not putting strain and stress on the top there. But yeah, I'll probably trim that off a little bit. Put the remote in, And I mean, that's terrific. I do like the fact too that you'll be able to, like you'll see where I'll have this set up next to my AV switcher box. I'll be able to see the lights and everything on it just fine. And what I'll probably end up doing is mounting it this way, so that way I can see the front without any issues. The cable will go down towards the back, and then the cables on back will come in from my other AV switcher box and then go out the single HDMI to my HDMI switcher. So, I mean, very simple, but very elegant too. Great job, Todd. Now, if you are interested in picking one of these up, I will have a link down below in a pinned comment where you can go ahead and do so. Now, the last thing we're going to do here is I'm going to actually remove the cable and remove the RetroTINK, and we're just going to go ahead and we're going to put the feeties on real quick. Anything else I can really quickly do? And with that, we're just going to put one per corner. There's one. What helps with this is having a sharp hobby knife or an X-Acto knife. If you're looking for a good sharp hobby knife, keep them away from Do You Nerd. They like to steal them, or at least Tom does. Hi Tom, hi Lacey. And there's two. And all that I'm doing is I'm using the sharp edge of the knife to kind of keep fingerprints and whatnot off of the adhesive side. That's the biggest advantage of doing this. Now, if your knife is dirty and has got crap on it, that'll prevent it from adhering properly too. There's three. I mean, this is a really nice, thick 3M material here that Todd used. So good on him for using quality stuff. And there's four. Pretty simple and straightforward. Let's go ahead. Let's hook it up and wrap it up. There you have it, my look at the stand for the RetroTINK 5X from RetroFrog.net. It's amazing. It's brilliantly simple. It just works. The only minor two grievances I might have is I'd like to see different colors down the line, and quite honestly, the hook and loop strap that comes with it, a little bit long. I can trim that off. Above and beyond that, for the cost, I love what it does. It looks great. It's fully functional, just like Commander Data.
You are fully functional, aren't you?
Of course, but...
How fully?
In every way, of course. I am programmed in multiple techniques.
And it just works. Now, if you want to pick one of these up, I will have a link down below where you can check out Todd's offerings, and he's got a lot more than just this. So, very cool. Great work, Todd. Thank you for providing something like this. Very cool for the community. And to Mike Chi at RetroTINK, why didn't you think of this? I kid. I'd rather have you guys work together and Mike come out with something kick-ass with the RetroTINK 5X and Todd come out with something kick-ass with the stand for it. Now, if you do have any other comments or questions, as always, you can feel free to leave them down below in the comment section. You can also go ahead and email me at rocksolidmail@gmail.com. You can send me a message on Twitter at RockSolidStudios. We are on Facebook at facebook.com/RockSolidProductions and Instagram at instagram.com/RockSolidProductionsGK. Now, if you are looking for like Insurrection Industries SCART cables, if you're looking for HD Retrovision component video cables, or other wares that you can use to connect your modern or retro video game system to your flat panel TVs, do me a favor, head on over to CastleManiaGames.com. Ryan has the full line of HD Retrovision cables and Insurrection Industries cables over there for you to check out. And the cool thing, you earn Castle Cash with every purchase. It's his rewards program where the more you spend, the more you earn towards future purchases. And Castle Cash is just like cash. And if you use promo code ROCKSOLID10, you can save 10% off of most items on the website. Thank you, Ryan, for everything that you do for the community here too. Now, if you are looking for our original review of the RetroTINK 5X, our unboxing, or some of the highlighted systems that we've tested out, those videos are coming out for you right now. Thank you for watching this video. If you would like to support the future of Rock Solid Productions, you can do so by visiting our Patreon page at patreon.com/rocksolid. For as little as $1 a month, $12 a year, you'll get early access to all of our video content, exclusive content, and a whole lot more. You can also become a channel member here on YouTube for as little as $1.99 a month, and with that, you get a badge next to your name when you comment or post on the channel, and you are acknowledged whether you are a channel member or a Patreon supporter at the end of each and every one of our videos. You can also support the channel by visiting our Teespring store on screen now, where we have t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, masks, cell phone cases, and much more. Again, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you soon.